Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Cruising Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Cruz, and today is March 8th, Friday, 2024. March 7th, Friday was a tough day. This episode, we're going to be talking about the legendary manga artist Akira Toriyama. Oh, it's pretty much a straight Japanese day. Okay, dude. So there's an influx of Japanese content coming out, which is Shogun, which is out right now on FX and also Hulu, and also Ninja Gami. Tried to watch a little bit more of Jujutsu Kaisen, which I probably start finishing. But mostly this is going to be about Akira Toriyama and also Dragon Ball, really Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z. Um, Sorry, my bad. And pretty much celebrating the life of this legendary manga artist. So stay tuned. We're gonna have a great show for you, baby. But once again, where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you find latest updates to the show is at Cruising Podcast on Instagram, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. And please, if you get a chance, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Also leave a written review on there too. And then on Spotify, please leave a written review if possible. Or tell me how you doing, baby. And then leave a 5-star review on there. And then like and subscribe on YouTube, please. Thank you. Love you guys. All right. So yesterday night, really as I was playing my video game, as I was playing the game, March 1st, they fucked that one up. That's not right. Was yesterday March 1st? No. Huh, interesting. Are we just finding out this? Okay, we're it is what it is. Akira Toriyama passed away. If you don't know the name, he is the creator of Dragon Ball, aka Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball Z Kai, whatever way you want to say it. He's the creator, the biggest creator of all, like for real. I would say this. I dare to say this. Inner city America found out about anime mostly because of Dragon Ball Z. We used to watch all the shows on on the internet. There used to be an international channel, and we go and watch the shows right there. And Dragon Ball Z was definitely the one of the first ones. I'm saying Z because we Americans at some point was only getting we was getting Japanese cartoons maybe 5-6 years after they already have went in Japan. Like we got the Frieza saga really late, but I just want to say to him, thank you so much for being such a groundbreaking person in really my life. If anybody else sorry y'all, if anybody else can really, y'all can come and say this, but like I first got into anime because of Dragon Ball Z and watching the really, all right, so it's gonna sound crazy, but we was watching it on like this TV, and we suddenly got the international channel. The first episode I could remember seeing was it was like Vegeta about to fight Getsu's the Getsu team, Getsu gang. Oh, I forgot their fucking names. We know ones when they were on Planet Namek. I seen the Namek, just one Namek episode before probably anybody else. But that one episode got me like, all right, we need to watch this. And I moved to hold on. I moved to Chesapeake, Virginia. And one of my classmates, he used to draw Dragon Ball Z characters. Like, I mean, perfectly draw these Dragon Ball Z characters. And I was just like, man, what, like I've seen that before. He was like, man, it's called Dragon Ball Z, man. Yo, it comes on Toonami. I didn't know about Toonami at this point. Like I just had found out about Toonami. And I went, started watching it, watched really the first thing I watched for Dragon Ball was when really first time when Vegeta, like when I actually sat down and watched it, really when Vegeta came down and shot old boy out of the sky, like when they were folding everyone. And like it was just, it was so cool to watch. Like it was different. It was different type of animation. It was different. Like Batman was a very dark anime. Like I mean, very dark animated series. And then you have Superman, the Superman animated series, but Dragon Ball did something different, especially in the Black community. I think that nobody from either the hood or wherever suburb or whatever, y'all can never say that you never watched anime because you watched Dragon Ball Z, because that channel was very affordable. What, not even very affordable. I think it was like one of the free channels, and it will come on. That's what it was. It just came on, and I didn't know there was a original series Dragon Ball where it's Kid Goku. But Akira Toriyama definitely introduced really the Western world to anime to me. I think he's really a pioneer in what we're watching today each time, and it's a testament to his career that this just everything just kept moving forward. The popularity of anime is definitely like on the backs of guys like him and Oda, you know what I'm saying? Kesamoto, people like that, had very interesting series, had very interesting, arcs that happened throughout their stories. And, it's just sad, man. He was 68 years old, and rest in peace to a legend. Like I've come close to tears, like seeing some of the edits, like seeing like Goku leaning on a gravestone of Akira Toriyama's, and like just like Goku, like no, they put like Akira Toriyama's face um on uh on Goku, like going up and things like that. Like we all have been like affected by this in some way, because I like I said, I've definitely watched my fair share of animes in my life, and it's just sad, that his life came to an end at 68 years old, man. Shit. I'm sorry, my bad, y'all. I know y'all probably like, man, this dude cursing. Why you giving dude flowers? Yeah, I didn't know this, but he worked on like several character designs too for Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest is an old series. Chrono Trigger. I played Chrono Trigger at one point, and Blue Dragon. Never played Blue Dragon, but his first success was this it looks like an anime, I mean not anime, a manga called Dr. Slump. Now, just in case it's your first time listening, or it's your like, first time getting into animes and things like that, mangas are pretty much or mangas, or I forget, I don't know how to I don't know what to say. But mangas, however you want to say it, they they're pretty much comic books, like our own, like really graphic novels. So most of them are graphic novels. I think graphic novels and comic books are two, like, they're definitely two different things, but I think they're really graphic novels, to tell the truth. And his first one was Dr. Slump, so I might have to go check that out. Might have a Akira Toriyama day for sure. But we all know for his biggest success is of course Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball series, Dragon Ball Z's. Apparently, he has short stories and other projects too, which is kind of cool. Definitely would love to check. I'm probably going to check those out at some point in life. But that is we all know the real. You know what I'm saying? He like I said, he brought that anime. He brought anime here to America. Definitely the inner cities, like I said, man. He brought it here. So I'm definitely not going to argue that. So once again, rest in peace, Akira Toriyama. Oh, hold on. Let me give you your dates, man. April 5th, 1955 to I want to say it's March 7th, 2024. Um, you know, thank you. Thank you for everything. I mean, thank you. Thank you for really like having this medium that has definitely changed my life that not I mean, something that this is what I talk about on the podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is something I sit down and I just watch and just relax. That's my relaxation, is me watching animes. So I appreciate you for all the hard work and all the fun that you've given us for these years, especially with Dragon Ball Z, and your legacy will always live on for us nerds and blurs. So thank you so much. Salute to you. We love you. Thank you. Akira Toriyama. All right. We've been having some really good content from Japan lately. I already talked about House of Ninjas. Fantastic series. Actually, like I said before, that starts off really slow. I'm telling the truth. It starts off slow because we earned that action. We had to earn it. You have to earn the action. It's just what it is. I didn't make the rules. They made the rules. But that's how I feel about it. I think we had to earn it. And we definitely earned it with those last 2 episodes. If you guys definitely get a chance, go check out House of Ninjas. That I already talked about it before. Sorry, my fault. But next, I want to talk about Shogun. Holy mother goose. What? Yo, I love this era. I love this era of Japan. You know what I'm saying? The samurai / ninja era. So Toriyama? Toriyaga, Lord Toriyaga. So Shogun is about his stories. But we got Shogun before. I think it was like in the 80s or 90s. No, I think it was like 80s, maybe even 70s. We got our original series, our original like little mini movie. Man, that was horrific. I remember I think I watched that at one point and I was like, what the fuck is going on? So we stopped watching it. But went back, and this show right here, now you're going to do a little bit of reading. I'm not going to lie to you. For people that don't want to read, you're going to be reading, because like most of it is set in Japan. Hold on, let me make sure. Yes, most of it's set in Japan. Of course, it's set in Japan, but they wanted to make sure that this show stayed true to the roots of Japan, true to the roots of their culture, even back then, which is very, very interesting. Definitely different from ours, for sure. Like if you disrespect like a higher up person, that you would have to commit seppuku. I'm fucking up these names very bad. Senpoku, whatever. You pretty much kill yourself. But one of them, the dude like speaks out, and he has to like sever his bloodline, meaning he doesn't die, his child does. Yes. It was what I never heard it. He said, I will sever my bloodline, because he spoke out. Somebody else had to pay for that life. Crazy, right? And you want to feel some type of way when you're watching it. I'm just like, damn, like that. What? All right. Yeah, I'm sorry, man. I had to talk about it, because that was the wildest part of this one. All right, so the show is set in Japan in the year 1600. Lord Yoshi Torinaga is fighting for his life as his enemies on the Council of Regents unite against him when a mysterious European ship is found marooned in a nearby fishing village. Yeah. The dude that comes there, his name is John Blackstone. Now, these are practically like true stories. This came from Lord Torinaga, but just make sure that you put this in the back of your mind that, history's written by the victors. Just putting it out there. Make sure it's understood. Make sure that you see this. Like, history's written by who won, not by who lost. So, or it's not going to be written fair. But this story is very, very, very authentic. What's his name? Hold on, because he says so many. I'm gonna F his name up really bad. Hiroki Sanada. I'm probably ruined that shit. I'm so sorry. He actually. So what's cool about him? I read a story about him. He's in a lot of movies. By the way, he was Scorpion. He was Scorpion in the Mortal Kombat movie. He was like the really mean guy in Last Samurai. The one that was beating the brakes off Tom Cruise. That guy. Yeah, it was him. That guy. So he's the lead in this show. Normally he's the number 2 guy, but this one, like number 2, maybe even number 3. he's never really, he's normally like a background, not a background character, but like he's always supporting. This is my first time seeing him in a very major role in a movie for sure. Because he played, like, once again, another background in the John Wick 4. He talked about how he grew up reading Loriaga's like not manifesto. What would we call it? Like his biography. What we would say his biographies or something, like his stories, at his actual stories. He actually grew up reading those, and he said that the only reason why I did this show is because I wanted to make sure that it was authentic. He said that's the only reason why I did this show. He said that was really his stipulation. I want to be as authentic as possible. And I'm telling you, it's that good. It's that good. I watched the man get boiled alive on this show. Fucking crazy. I watched you start to see people like dying of scurvy and things like it. This show is wild and it's authentic to, like, it's so, oh, you guys get a chance. Definitely. I think we're 4 episodes in, and it's not slowing down. It is not slowing down at all. What's that one girl's? I forget her name. Anasawa? Anasawa? Yo, she's been in quite a few things too. She's the lead in Monarch. And in this show, she's really like, yeah. Oh my gosh. She's really not menacing. I would say that she's driven. Oh my gosh, my fault. That's nasty. Sorry, just whoops. She's really, like, I wouldn't say menacing. Like, the fuck just happened? I would say she's driven in this show for sure. She's definitely driven. And what I like about the English dude, Blackthorn, is that they really, it's the Portuguese. So Lorinaga's trying to make sure that he's fighting enemies from completely different backgrounds, like from everywhere. Like I said, his council of regents. Then also they're trying to replace, like, the top person with a Christian led guy from the Portuguese. This is all history. So this is the history of, like, how Japan really fended off the Portuguese people from taking over their island. Actually, they really defended against Christianity, which is kind of, I know you guys probably don't think it, but most wars are probably starting in the name of God. Just putting it out there. It always has, like, it's crazy, but a lot of wars back in those days, that's what they were. It was expansion, and then also in the name of my religion. I want to expand my religion. Don't believe me? Go ahead, go read some of those. Go read some of those manuscripts. But I mean, I ain't saying. I mean, expansion, baby. But man, it's just some of the scenes are so intense. You can feel the tension, because if you make one wrong move with these people that can't speak the same language as you, and you also got, like, translators that, like, they are like affiliated with the Portuguese, or they're affiliated with Christianity, and they feel like you're a pirate, you're a fucking criminal, you're a heretic, all the rest of this stuff. They can, like when you're trying to talk to, like, the main people, they can really, like, as your translator, screw you over, get you killed, get your people killed. Like, this is, man, this dude, John Blackthorn, man, I don't know how he survived. I don't get it. I mean, he said that he was, I mean, I guess they don't kill the captains, but this dude, I feel bad. I feel bad because it seems like he actually was, trying to stop something, and it just, they weren't allowed to do so. But you guys definitely get a chance to check out the story A, B, C of this motherfucking show is amazing, and I definitely want you guys. It deserves the 100 Rotten Tomatoes rating for sure. Certified fresh, baby. Definitely. It's on Hulu and FX. Check that shit out. That's all I'm saying. The reason why I'm talking about this stuff is because I love history. Y'all know me, man. I love history. And this is really just watching history in color. It's beautiful. So next, or lastly, we're going to talk about Ninja Gaimi. I'm just going to put it out there. If you haven't watched this anime yet, you don't know what the fuck you're doing, man. It's like every episode has like that one scene where old boy just has to go and really cut down everyone, and he does it in the most stylistically like different ways, and like I wouldn't say it's beautiful because it's complete fucking violence, but the violence on here is like almost justified what's going on. So and he's working with this American cop. Of course, he's black, and and it's oh my gosh. Next episode comes out, I think on Sunday, so I'm fucking excited. But Ninja Kumai, if you guys haven't checked it out, that is on Max. That's on the Max app right now. I really wanted to talk about Shogun. I really wanted to talk about the Japan. It's crazy how Akira Toriyama passes away day before I really have planned to do a Japanese episode, like a whole Japan episode, man. It's very eerie, if I must say so myself. So yeah, man. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode. Hopefully I did Akira Toriyama proud by talking about his life, and with it really talking about my appreciation for him. You know what I'm saying? So I would like to say where you can find the Cruising Podcast is on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Patreon, YouTube, and anywhere you can find podcast needs. That's where you can find the Cruising Podcast. Also, where you can find latest updates to the show is on Instagram at Cruising Podcast, also on Twitter at Nicetown Finance. And with that, I'd like to say I love all of you. Please leave a like and subscribe on YouTube, leave a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, and leave a written review on Apple Podcasts, and let me know how you're doing on Spotify. So with that, I'd like to say I love all you guys. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Catch you guys later. Deuces!